What's good, YouTube family? It's your boy Ado's Picks checking back in. Today I'm coming at y'all with another video. We're just gonna go ahead and hop right into it, man. We're gonna do a recap of last week. Then we're gonna talk some hoops. What's happening in the world of the NBA right now. Yeah, I'm excited. There's a lot of stuff happening. Trade talks, coaches, firings, who's playing good, who's not. That'll be fun to talk about that towards the latter half of the video. But for now, we'll jump right into our recap from the previous week. Got to be better. First of all, I got to be better about recording. I'm trying to do every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday as far as posting videos goes. And I only did Monday last week. And today I was supposed to have Meet the Capper. We're supposed to have one of the guys join, but I haven't really got up with anybody. Last week was hella busy. And it's content stuff, man. It's a grind. It's a grind. I didn't realize that when I started, but I'm all for it, man. I'm ready. But yeah, I'm gonna be more consistent moving forward. Try to record on the days that I'm supposed to. Work it into my schedule somehow, some way. All I need is my laptop, a set of headphones, which I'm not wearing right now for whatever reason, and my microphone. So I mean, I can really do it from anywhere. Working on getting a cool setup though. Hopefully that's in the works here shortly. But outside of that, man, appreciate y'all listening to me yap about how I'm not being as good as I should be when it comes to YouTube. But diving straight into the bets. Last week, 7-5 on the straight bets, dating back to last Monday's video when we did this. 7-5, not a bad week. Had one really bad day, one really good day. Rest of it was kind of just a wash. So I'll take 7-5. It's not as good as I should be, not as good as I want to be, but 7-5 puts us up 2 units on the straight bets. So good money there. And then we hit some parlays, man. We finally got some parlays to go through hoop last week. We hit a NFL lotto. We hit a first quarter lotto. I just hit a UFC lotto. So not really basketball, and then I also hit Jordan Clarkson full ladder without Brunson. I knew it was gonna be Shamet or Clarkson. I went Clarkson. I could have went Shamet. They both got crazy, but the line was at 10.5 for Clarkson, which I should have hammered. Should have made that one of our first bigger plays of the season. It turned out to be good profit for us. I think the 20 points was plus 680. I turned 15 into 115 right there. So that is a full unit off $15 right there, which is beautiful, beautiful stuff. So awesome to get that to come through. A profitable week, man. The straights we were profitable on, and we finally got some parlays to go through the hoop. So some nice money. I didn't write down the exact number somewhere in my notes, but it's freestyling. So good week of betting. Really fun stuff. Some of my reads still early in the season, just trash. I had one, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, Isaiah Joe over 12.5 points, and it's like Charlotte sucks. They can't defend above the break threes. Isaiah Joe has been over every single game this year, and then they had injuries. Wiggins was out again. It was questionable when I played it, which I figured Dort would play. But I don't know, man. It's just some of them like that one. Just still, I think, why would I not play this? I would play this 10 out of 10 times, and it ends up being terrible. So I might have to reevaluate. If it's too good to be true, it might be. The books know what they're doing, essentially, which I know that already. I take that into consideration. But some of them that are too good to be true, I might have to find out why. Dive a little deeper into not necessarily just the hoop side of it, but the FanDuel side of it, the Vegas side of it. So we'll get better as the season goes. We already have started off decent, and we've only gotten better since starting. So it's been fun, man. It's been great hoops. I love watching all the games and winning money, man. It's been fun. Discord, I feel like Discord is adjusting. We're going from NFL, NBA, or MLB season where it's like parlay. If you hit, you win big, but how often do you hit? It's hard to tell. Pivoting into NBA season, it's not as many parlays going to be falling through the hoop. So I feel like people are adjusting to the straight bets, but that's what I preach. I know that's what Tavion preaches. Rome doesn't usually straight, but he does builders. Like, that's how you're going to make and build your bankroll. So I just wanted to talk about that a little bit as well. We're pivoting from parlay to straight bet, and yeah, you got to put more money up to become profitable. But that all ties into unit management. And in the Discord, I go through that. If you guys are watching and are part of the Discord, love if y'all read the How to Profit. And if you feel like there's more that needs to be added to that, or you don't understand something, my DMs are always open. You can hit me up on Instagram, Discord, wherever you need to, and we can talk about it. Because taking it serious, especially with straight bets where you're betting more money, you need to have really, really good risk management and understanding how to unit size correctly, and bankroll manage your bankroll is really, really key with the style of betting that I have. Because I lose sometimes, you know what I'm saying? We'll go on runs where we lose 3 or 4 in a row. So, damn, but it's not hurting. It's not, we're not betting more than we can afford to lose. Our bankroll's fine, and we'll get it right back, and we'll keep building on it, So, bankroll management is tough. Like I said, check out that How to Profit channel. And then the Let It Ride channel will explain some stuff as well. So great bits of information all within the Discord. If you are from the Discord and watching, definitely recommend checking that stuff out. And like I said, hit me up. I'm glad to help out with anything moving forward in the rest of the season. Because I know a lot of people are there for parlays. It is what it is. Straight bets will make you profitable. So definitely hit me up if y'all got any questions. I'm glad to help out. That's what I'm here for. Outside of that, man, let's talk some hoops. Let's see what we got going on in the world of hoops. First, 2 things I want to cover: the firing of Nico Harrison and Willie Green. Both of them gone. So if you ask me, they were trying to get fired. There's not really much else to it. Nico Harrison, I don't even know where to start with him. You just, everyone in the world except Kendrick Perkins knew that was a terrible trade the minute it happened. Obviously, speaking of the Luka Doncic trade. And Nico Harrison was at the head of it. He's the one that brought it to the Mavericks front office. He brought it to the new owners. He brought it, to the coaching staff. He pitched it like Luka is out of shape, and went and traded for someone not in the prime anymore, hasn't played more than 60 games in a lot of years. I think last year Anthony Davis was as healthy as he's ever been. I don't remember the exact number of games he played, but still no reason to go out and trade Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis at the end of the day. And, that Mavericks team is now in trouble. What do? Now Nico Harrison is gone, and you put all your chips into this man's vision, and it was so bad you had to get rid of this man. How do you clean up this vision? How do you make it better for the Dallas Mavericks and his fan base now that Nico Harrison is gone? What I think, what are you going to do? Trade Anthony Davis? If you trade Anthony Davis now, you got whatever you get in return for Anthony Davis is what you got in return for Luka Doncic. You got to keep that in mind. And sorry, Anthony Davis is not worth a whole lot anymore. It's just is what it is. He's hurt right now. He's out of shape right now. He looks terrible. He's got them fucking fat ass goggles on his face. Man, I hate Anthony Davis. I don't want to use bias in this, but I hate Anthony Davis, man. Them fat ass goggles. He's fat. He's always hurt. Anthony Davis is not worth anything. And that's a little exaggeration, of course. Teams will pay for Anthony Davis. I could see teams bringing him in as a piece. But what do you, as the Mavericks, if you're moving on from Anthony Davis and you're moving on from PJ Washington or Daniel Gafford, what do you get in return for these that makes losing Luka Doncic worth it? There's no recovery from losing Luka. There's nothing in return that you can get at this point that's going to make it worth it. Not even the first overall pick could save the Dallas Mavericks. Not the Cooper Flag, great. I think he's going to be a great NBA player. He's got a lot in store for him coming up, but he can't save the Dallas Mavericks. And damn, they got lucky. Nico got lucky to even last this long, landing Cooper Flag. I still don't know if it was fully right. I don't believe in rig. We already talked about it in a different video, but it's not even the first overall pick. Generational talent that Cooper Flag is and will be could save Nico Harrison. He definitely deserved to get fired. I also don't know if this early in the season makes any sense to me because, one, Kyrie Irving will be back in 3 months maybe. Anthony Davis will eventually get on the court. Eventually, somehow. He might come back and get hurt again and then come back. But eventually his Mavericks team was going to be at full strength, more than likely. So, what does firing Nico Harrison do now that you already bought into this vision, this terrible vision that he had? Who's coming in to fill his shoes? Michael Finley and company. What are they going to be able to do? And if they're just a temporary until you find the right guy to bring in, what do you allow them to do? as the Mavericks front office? Do you let them make these moves that are franchise altering for the rest of the season, or do you just call it and let them just say, hey, you have this job for a little bit, don't fuck it up? Like, I don't know what you do now that Nico Harrison, you bought into his vision and he's gone. You bring people in, they're temporary. What do you allow them to do? It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. So I don't know where this Mavericks team is headed. I don't know who's trading for Anthony Davis. I mean, I think people will do it. Some of these teams that are buying, Detroit, maybe Chicago, we can see him reunite in his hometown. I mean, somebody will pay for Anthony Davis, but what do you get in return for him that makes trading Luka Doncic worth it? Absolutely nothing. So I don't know. I would have maybe held on to Nico for a little bit longer if it wasn't so franchise altering. I guess the fans hated him. PJ Washington's at the line with the game on the line, and they're screaming fire Nico. And that's just insane. It is wild. It did become detrimental to a point where, all right, let's just get rid of him. I can see all that, but I don't know what you do moving forward if you're the Dallas Mavericks. And then we'll flip over to that other firing, Willie Green. Willie Green, I really don't know where to start with the Pelicans either, because I mean, Willie Green, like I said, I think he was asking to get fired. You come in, first year, you make the play-in, you lose to the Suns team, as Suns roster. Next year, you make the play-in, win that again, lose to OKC, and progressively get worse over your 3-year tenure. You get, your third year, you barely win 20 games, and then you come into the season 2-10, regardless of the product, and the players that you're putting out on the floor, or the players that you have available to put out on the floor. Winning 20 games in a season and then starting off 2-10 is just not going to cut it. If you're progressively getting worse every year, something's got to give. And I think the whole Pelicans organization is trash. Joe Dumars, I don't know how he has a job. Don't know what he's doing in the front office. The ownership is terrible. To come out and say we really don't have anything to do with this, it's on Joe Dumars. Joe Dumars is terrible at his job. So Willie Green, kind of like a fall guy. I don't know if he's a terrible coach. Hard when your star player, Zion Williamson, misses close to, I want to say it was close to 200 games over Willie Green's tenure by itself. Absolutely insanity there. Trey Murphy hurt last year. I don't know. Willie Green's not a bad coach, but at the same time, some of these lineups he was running, Kevon Looney starting in 2025, bro. That's just some of the stuff going on in New Orleans just feels like tank season, and Zion's only played 5 games. I don't know. Something had to give. Sucks it had to be Willie Green, because I don't know if he was terrible, but it was just his time to progressively get worse every season. This is not going to cut it in the NBA. So sucks, but they're going to move forward. And that's another thing. I have no idea where the Pelicans are headed. Who's trading for Zion Williamson? Same thing. Like, I love Zion. I like his potential. I'm not giving up on Zion by any means, but what do you like? What you're gonna get back for Zion at this point in his career is not worth just trying to stick with him, honestly. Unless somehow you can pull off some wild ass trade to get Zion and fully go the rebuild mode. I just don't see what you're gonna get in return for him. I think you're better off moving. Like, someone like Herb Jones is gonna be a value asset to the Pelicans. It's DeJounte. You're not going to be able to move DeJounte Murray coming off an Achilles injury going into the break. Jordan Poole, hurt, terrible contract. He's here to stay. Paid that guy too much money. Then they could have just let McCollum walk. They could have just kept McCollum, let him walk, and, had that clear, but they went and got Jordan Poole. That was just terrible all around for the Pelicans. And I have no idea what they can do to fix it. No idea. Like, I've tried to think about what the Pelicans can do to move forward and I guess exit the Willie Green era, but the front office and ownership is still terrible. The roster is still battered. Only positive, only plus side that I can see from this roster at the moment is Derek Queen. Derek Queen, fun to watch, man. He comes in, he's not putting up crazy stats. He's not doing anything, but for a franchise that's in this bad of a spot, to have someone like Derek Queen come in, one of the guys you picked on early in the draft, it's just important to have something like that. So Moving forward, I mean, if I guess they could not go all in on Derek Queen by any means, but utilize that as kind of a spark. I think that could be important for the Pelicans. Yeah, sucks for Willie Green, sucks for Nico Harrison. I think they were both asking to get fired. Terrible performances from them, but at the same time, their visions didn't get to plan out. It just is what it is. That's how the business side of it goes, and time to move on for both of them. On the flip side, some positive stuff I want to talk about. There's two teams that I really wanted to touch on in today's video. And I'll start with my OKC Thunder. Lost one game on the season. It was on the road against a nice Trail Blazers team. Felt like one going into the game we might drop, and we were up big, let them come back. Very unlike the Thunder, but we dropped that one game on the season. No big deal. We're gonna lose. But how many are we gonna lose? I don't know. Honestly. I think we 73. I think we could tie the record. I think we get to 70. In all honesty, I think we get to 70 wins, which is wild to say, but I can confidently say that this team can get to 70 wins. There's no doubt in my mind they can get to 70. 73 is going to be a stretch. 74 even more of a stretch. To go 74-8 would be absolutely insane. And if we did that, by the time we get to playoffs, we saw what happened to Golden State when they went 73-9. By the time we're not running into LeBron James. Shit, we got LeBron James on our team right now, best player in the business. I don't know. This team is just complete, man. I don't know who can, from a non-biased standpoint, there's not a single team in the league that can dethrone them in my eyes. Not a single team. Out west, I'm not highly impressed with what I'm seeing from Denver. They are a good team come playoff time. I mean, they took us to 7 with the worst roster last year. Injured Aaron Gordon, all that good stuff. So, I mean, who knows what happens come playoff time. But at the moment, I don't see anyone. Definitely out east. There's no one out east that can mess with the Thunder. If the Thunder happen to get to the chip again, I'm ordering, T-shirts and shit after game 1. Out west, I just don't see it. Timberwolves don't look terrible. Anthony Edwards was out for a little bit. I mean, it's fun. It's early in the season. But I really think this Thunder team can win 70+, and they're easily the favorites to go back-to-back right now. They're going to defend their title, and I have a hard time seeing anyone else take it from them. So it's a hungry young team filled with talent. So they're going to keep balling, and it is what it is. I think the Thunder can easily go back-to-back, at least at this point in the season. And then we'll flip sides. We'll go out east. I think a team with 2 losses on the year that we should talk about is the Detroit Pistons, because they've been dealing with some injuries. De'Aaron's been out. I think Cade missed a game or 2, if I'm not mistaken. They haven't been fully healthy, and this team is 11-2. I mean, the Pistons look legit. I don't know if their strength of schedule is top tier. They're not beating great teams by any means, but they're in the Eastern Conference. They're gonna run into the Nets and the Wizards and they're gonna see those teams more often. They're gonna be able to pick up those wins, and the Pacers. And the Eastern Conference is not as good, and that's where most of their games are gonna be played at, is the Eastern Conference. So I think they Pistons look sharp. They look good. I would consider them a title contender at this point in time, especially with a weaker Eastern Conference. It's early to say that they can take the Eastern Conference, but I'm a fan, man, and what they're doing, I like the double bigs with Isaiah Stewart and Durant in the game. Both, great defenders. Obviously, you can't stretch the floor, but you don't need to really stretch the floor when you have Cade Cunningham on your team. That dude, I watched. Oh man, why don't I remember what game it was? Oh no, I had Cade Cunningham. This was earlier in the season. I took him for 10 assists. It might have been against, I don't remember. For whatever reason, I don't remember. Fourth quarter demon, just chilling the whole game. It's like he's plotting on that fourth quarter. When it comes around, everyone else is burnt out from playing their hardest the whole time. Here comes Cade, fresh, ready to go, and just giving people buckets. And it's not like, come off a screen, layup. It's like, I'm going to cook you. I'm going to get to my spots. There's nothing you could do about it. And if you do want to do something about it, send a double, whatever. I'm going to find the open man, and it's going to be easy. And the pick and roll game is disgusting. He's going to put it, he's going to put it on the floor. He's going to throw the lob up to Durant, Stewart, Thompson, whoever it is. He's going to find them on the cut, coming off the pick and roll. He might hit Duncan Robinson, might kick it to Karis LeVert. The Pistons just look legit. So I'm a big fan of what I'm seeing out east from the Detroit Pistons as well. I guess that we call that two negatives with the coaches getting fired, or GM coach getting fired, and then two teams I'm liking so far in this season to keep it up, OKC and the Pistons. So yeah, as always, man, I appreciate you guys tapping in. If you made it this far in the video, appreciate you again for listening to me talk about basketball. I love to do this, man. Like I said, I'm gonna lock back in. I missed last week, but check out, this, obviously you made it this far in the video, you saw this one. I'm gonna have stuff out on Wednesday and Fridays as well moving forward. Try to be more consistent. I gotta find something cool to do on Wednesday, because I can't really do a weekly recap in the middle of the week. Putting out plays on YouTube is a little tough because you gotta be early. So we'll see, man. We'll see what's gonna happen moving forward. But Monday, Wednesday, Friday is when I'm aiming to get all the videos out. As always, check out the description. That's where the Discord is going to be at. That's where all my plays are going to be at. All of me and my team's plays are going to be at. It's been a fun start to the season, man. So appreciate you guys tapping in. Check out the Discord. Check out my props madness down below. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.